My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is June 26, 2025. It is 4:13 a.m. The heat is killing me. It's taking all of my energy. Yesterday, after I did what I need to do, I didn't go to the gym because I was just exhausted. The list that I have here, I've had it for a while. I just never touched it. So I add maybe one or two tweets on it. I'm just gonna go over it and let's just get started. I'm still exhausted, but I'm up. Alright, so let's go on Twitter. So this is the first tweet. Beware, royal reporters are the most duplicitous because they are unchecked. So just know that we are in the 2 years of reporters writing untruths about Prince Harry regarding Invictus Games, Birmingham 27, and inserting his Windsor family into it. Here is one pointing down here. And as often as the case it is, based on an unnamed and probably non-existent source, projecting that Prince Harry is about to officially invite his toxic father to his beloved project event. This narrative conveniently serves royal reporters and King Charles with a goal to make deadbeat that King Charles not look so deadbeat in any scenario, or even to make a successful games with his attendance then attributable to the royal family support. Duplicitous royal reporters, also known Harry, is unlikely to confirm this invitation story is a lie if that then raises a new line of attack that he has no invite, his father, meaning that if Charles snubbed the games, they can avoid the deadbeat dad allegation and say Harry did the snub. There's the rolling eye. Finally, bear in mind that the royal family, they just play psychology. They try to run the gun first, jump the gun first, to give people a sense of whatever it is that goes in their brain. Like I said, the UK is masterful at psychology, and they have their people to do the footwork for them. Finally, bear in mind that Charlotte Griffith has covered herself with the last line of the article that admits Invictus spokesperson has said it's way too early for invites to be sent out. Hence, this is a clue that the whole article is not true, but just projection and their usual attempt to coerce invitation out of Harry. God knows we do not need the drama and media circus that having the royal family attend will bring Invictus, because the reporters like Charlotte, any reconciliation can take place behind, irrespective of Invictus, not there, and can be behind the scene, which is what I personally think Harry will prefer, giving the tricks his indigenous fake family can play and cahoot with other reporters. I don't know what to say. The only thing I could say is that I wish they had give South Korea the game. There was something that I saw. I don't think I put it on the list. I think it was Canada who gave an estimation how much the country made while Invictus was there. After I finish this, I'll go look for it. Prince Harry will extend olive branch to King Charles. Okay, this you know what, for the sake of this video, let me read it, because I think Martin, who I usually share his TikTok videos, covered that. Prince Harry will extend olive branch to King Charles and Prince William by inviting them to next Invictus game, but finale is set to clash with Queen's 80th birthday. So the last sentence here, a spokesperson for Invictus said no formal invitation have been issued as preparation or in the early stages. So let me read some of the comments here. Whatever's here. Okay, there is no more branches on the... Okay, I literally just put it. There is no more branches on that olive tree. It's done with. Okay, I know, and it's a bloody annoying. I have never and will never call her queen. She will always be Camilla Parker Bowles, the adulteress, and a mean old cow. The Invictus Foundation always invite the heads of state of the country in which the games are held since protocol demands it. This has nothing to do with Harry's personal desire. UK tabloid are going to use this fact aneurysm for too long, where he is. The olive tree needs to die. Almost the thing that I said here is done with. I don't think Harry personally decides which official to invite. Some warriors may be called simply as head of state. Maybe instead of Charles, they could invite the Prime Minister. The Dutch king was invited when IG was held in The Hague, so not inviting Charles will look petty. He doesn't deserve it and he won't go there though. Okay, I said Queen 80th birthday. The Queen died in her 90s. What they talking about? Then it occurred to me, they think people see Camilla as somebody's queen. I always get momentarily confused when they talk about the mistress as queen. There's that, me too. She's still a mistress to me that he married. Alright, let's go. Oh, the thing that I said I was gonna look. The thing about Canada, how much they made while Invictus was over there. Let me go look for it and insert it here. Okay, so this is it here. I'm forever proud of Prince Harry and what he has founded on Invictus and built up over 10 years. This is an impactful warrior who has made such an impact with the veterans and the families that he set this up for, but also this is proof of the impact to countries that host Invictus Games. Alright, I'll come to this and read some of the comments here. Oh, it's only one. Let's finish it. I too am so proud of Prince Harry. Alright, so this is the news here. It was posted by BC Government News. Alright, there are so many benefits to bringing international events to British Columbia. The Invictus Games brought jobs, tourism, and leaves a legacy of support for adaptive sports. Now that's something to cheer for. Countdown to, Invictus Vancouver. Alright, so let's see here. Alright, come on. Invictus Games Vancouver Whistler make $86.1 million economic impact in British Columbia across Canada. That's pretty good. That was written in June 19. Okay, this is truly powerful and congratulations to British Columbia and the Invictus Game. What I found particularly moving was the deep respect for First Nation and the strong emphasis on inclusivity. We at Invictus, okay, she typed Invictus, how incredible, what an amazing organization, impact not just our wounded heroes but enriching the regular communities who support them. Okay, I watched the games in British Columbia and I noticed the incredible effort and heartfelt industry of all involved. It wasn't an afterthought, but as a concerted effort was made to put on a first-rate event with We Are Invictus, and so it paid off. Effort and equal exponential reward. Congratulations. I love seeing Canada. In fact, planning a trip to Vancouver, Toronto, and Montreal for 2026. What was it? Before the pandemic, we were planning on travel to Canada and we made passport for everybody. I renewed my passport and made passport for the kids. The pandemic came and we didn't do it. Next tweet. This, I'm late with this, but it's been on the list. It's me who's been kind of slow to record, and editing is another issue for me. So this was in the news not news, the Twitter world for a while. When your children no longer bring you positive attention, bring in the puppies. Alright, so that was June 23rd, like 3 days ago. So I responded to that here. First thought seeing him with the puppies, pointing up here, is this, pointing down here. Yes, different time, and he's an adult now, but I can't seem to get his disdain for animals. Don't forget the rabbit incident too. He wanted no part with the rabbit when given first chance. Alright, as soon as Harry wanted to pet the rabbit, he wants it. Alright, so there's that. The queen give him the puppy, picking up the puppy, trying to hug the puppy. There he is here. And then boom, put it down. This looks small, is it? Okay. That's an ad. The fact that his big bald head is front and center was a choice. Oh my god. Alright, let's see here. Okay, I read this. Alright, that's why they bring in the puppies. We can see their expression. Alright, those puppies are gorgeous. Who is that in the photo with them? From what I've heard, he is Prince of Waste. Oh, I have that next, by the way. This is pathetic. Even by his low standard, what is the point of this? Positive attention. Okay, no, not even his pure breed dogs do it for him. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Let's just say they know how to manipulate the people. And the US is adapting that kind of nonsense very well, unfortunately. Alright, next tweet. This I've shared on my community board, but it's now I'm recording it. These internet streets are not for the faint of heart. Yall Gone done changed his title on the man's birthday. There's the laugh here. Prince of Waste. There's the laugh here, or the shocking face I should say. Where do y'all get these names from? That really tickled me. Yeah, I was laughing when I saw that. Okay, that's brutal. That's an ad. Is he gonna bring peace in the Middle East? He promised a clean decade or so ago. There's the laugh. People thumbs up. Oh my god. How the hell? Let's just say whoever did that is pretty good with Photoshop. Or is it AI? Oh my lord. Yes, he is a waste man. He has so much and yet so little. Bob Marley said, in the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. I remember when Baldy-like was trending. Prince of Waste has a nice ring to it. Ugh. You know what? Let me leave that alone. Let me finish with this and then that's it. OMG, these streets never ever fail. Prince of Waste has been under the chair. Alright, next tweet. I think this one I just added. Yeah, I think I just add that. The hubris is beyond grotesque, thinking Americans who will be wealthy in their own right will want anything to do with their British uncle who made their father and especially their mother's life hell, when said uncle's biggest accomplishment will be waiting for his father to die. The way she put that. Oh, for the father to die. She retweeted that. Okay, Prince William will not give working royal roles to his Sussex niece and nephew. Alright, that's Archie and Lily. Okay, grown. Not this again. Archie and Lily will be too busy living their own lives and likely continuing to build up on the Sussex Empire and legacy to worry about Salty Island and the leftovers. I think I wrote something similar to that. This was 8 hours ago. Let's see. 17 hours ago. So mine was before. Okay, so there's me here. Perfect. Awesome news. The Sussexes have their own empire to run. That's if they want to. Or they have the option of starting their own empire. Okay, the hubris is beyond grotesque, thinking American. Okay, that's the one that was retweet and I came across it. Alright, so there's that. Let's leave that alone. Go to the next tweet. Saying Will's PR. Alright, let's pause this. That's from Not My King. Anyone older than a mixed infant has heard this word for word before about Charles, who will employ a massive PR team and have them brief the obedient press that they will not be modernizing the gravy train. Okay, 35 seconds. Let's listen.
William was determined to modernize the monarchy.
Oh, it's low.
Question outdated traditions and streamline royal operations to deliver real impact. His coronation, when it comes, will break from the past. It'll be simpler, more relevant, and unifying and diverse. William is also preparing for a future with fewer working royals. For William, the focus now is...
So they hire someone to talk up. I don't know where these big... I don't know what to say. Okay, I think this woman is talking to people who forgot what happened just a few seconds ago. If they can't even remember the state of their own living condition, how on earth do they expect him to modernize this relic or of an institution? So there's that. These idiots, William included, doesn't understand their deeply racist fan base. They don't want impact. They don't want modernity. Let's put this big. They literally want William to walk around, behave like holier than thou, whilst wearing a crown covering with stolen jewels. They want the royals to stand on a balcony and look down on them. Whenever William or Charles talks about climate change, the comment section is full of goon claiming they don't represent British values and they are WEF a puppet. I always thought Charles will be the one to destroy the monarchy. Well, he's certainly not helping it, but William will be the death blow. How do you modernize an institution that is best medieval? Only way, abolish the monarchy. Yeah. Okay, LOL, unifying and diverse. What a load of bullock. Okay, why are they suddenly promoting William as king? Do they know something we don't? There was, not too long ago, they were talking about, you know what, someone's death or something? Let's leave that alone. Next tweet. So there's that here. Well. All these I posted a while ago on my community board. Kate Middleton and Prince William make it clear the relationship is broken. Family tension within the family have reached a new level that can be reversed anymore. That was the 20th, 6 days ago. Katie won't leave. She fought too hard to become one of the lazy royals. And not only that, she's close, whatever, couple months or couple years to get the spot. Her mother, Carol Middleton, won't allow it. So this is a headline. 2011. Forging of a Princess. How a generation of steely social climbing matriarch shaped Kate Middleton's character. Wow. Social climbing. The corporate clients love her, especially the way she always seems to be showing off her slender legs and tight blue shorts as she served gin and tonics and lunch. She was working as a deckhand on 72-feet sailing boats in the Solent, looking after important clients for mighty companies such as Barclays, BT, Nokia, Toshiba, and Volkswagen. And then they're saying it's Meghan? These people. That's an ad. Threatened to bring Harry and Meghan back. They will straighten up and fly right guarantee. You could see the strand and William and Kate marriage from the beginning. And was it after the wedding when they left, how do you call this, the church? And you see Kate's mouth move like asking William if he's happy or something. When in fact it should be the other way around. Trying to bring Harry and Meghan back will straighten up and fly right guarantee. You could see the strain in William and Kate marriage from the beginning, and it's only got worse when Louis was born. I think William and Kate marriage was and is so unstable when Harry met Meghan, because William and Kate saw how in love they were, and it made them sick with jealousy. And instead of them not only create but work on their marriage, I don't know. It's like no matter who William is with, even if he divorced Kate, let's say there's someone who's somewhat close to Meghan's kind of thing, whatever they consider, all right, because these people are crazy. William will never be happy. He will not be satisfied because he's seeing his brother is happy and enjoying life. He wants what Harry has, but unfortunately, and this is something I said a very long time ago, it was one image that I saw. I think they were in church, and William gave Meghan a weird look. There's two pictures. I don't know if I have both of them. One of them, they were sitting down, and he was looking at Meghan. Not the one where they're sitting down. They were standing up. I remember the moment I saw it, and I was like, I have a feeling he probably did something to Meghan, tried to hit on her, and Meghan put him in his place. And the idea that I sort of, my crazy calculation, is that they probably purposely sent Harry away, like do some engagement to another country, somewhere very far. And then, so Meghan could be by herself. And then he went to the house thinking that Meghan is like the others. Okay, all this is my opinion. Okay, just looking at the image. And I said that he probably went and tried to do something to her, and Meghan put him in his place, and then Meghan probably told Harry that. That's what I saw from that picture. Only an image, and all this story came in my mind. So he could never recover from that. Alright, exactly 2023, after being married for 12 years, the royals' marriage was beyond over. The press was letting it slip, separate sleeping arrangement, rows where they throw things at each other, release jealousy, them not speaking for 2 weeks, they can't hide it for much longer. Alright, meanwhile, freedom, success, and love taste so good in Montecito. Never seen two people do so little, holiday so much, with every privilege available, look so miserable. We've been sensing this for at least a couple of years. They need to stop lying and just get out of the way. I'm surprised someone even wrote about this. He wants what Harry has. All his life, William has taken the best from Harry. Oh, but Harry won and ran away from your tantrum. Not only ran away, it's William who kicked him out. I don't know. Maybe something was too much over there for him. The thing is that not only in... What was it? Was it in the book Spare where Meghan said, take your finger from out of my face or something? When he realized he can't do certain things to Meghan. I think that's part of it too. There's certain things he was able to do to other women, and he tried it with Meghan, and Meghan put him in his place the moment it started. So he can't bear that. So maybe all of that play a role into it, in my humble opinion. Next tweet. King Charles, Prince Harry, Harry and Meghan, royal family. That was the under caption. I just hashtag. King Charles breaks silent over Prince Harry's claim of establishment stitch up. What the hell is establishment stitch up? King Charles and the royals have responded to Prince Harry's claim that he lost security case due to establishment stitch up. Okay, what did they say here? Let's listen. It's 1 minute and 14 seconds. Not too many responses.
Prince Harry is right. It is an establishment stitch-up. And here's how I know. In this article, Harry says that he doesn't need Charles to necessarily do anything. He just needs him to get out of the way of the process.
That's true.
And we know Charles can get out of the way of the process. Because for a while there, he was reluctant to give his own grandchildren their passports. So if you're telling me that Charles knows how to get what he wants out of the passport office, which has nothing to do with him, but doesn't know how to get something he wants out of the Royal and VIP Executive Committee, which is what RAVIC actually stands for, then I'm going to tell you that you're selling me a load of, as the British would say, horseshit. Charles does have his fat little fingers inside of anything he wants to. So if the county of Sussex is so angry that Harry and Meghan didn't come visit for Sussex Day, then maybe they should appeal directly to Charles.
Exactly.
And see what he says.
That's exactly that. I mean, it's almost like what's happening in the US here. You have Trump as president. A good portion of Americans voted for him, with the exception of African Americans. And now the people they are deporting, instead of focusing on who's in power, who's implementing those laws, they're not focusing on that. They're focusing on the people, African American, who are trying to save the entire country. The 92%ers and 80%, which are African American. But instead, they're blaming African American for what they themselves did. They voted for him. Okay? So it's almost something like that. I'm telling you, there's something going on where certain part of people's brain is missing. This is not to say I'm like the freaking genius. It's just basic common sense. Okay? You don't mean they are complaining and explaining. Okay? Maybe mind your own business. I mean, they're telling us, they're forcing these things into us. Okay, I don't know why. Okay, Harry and Meghan, everything is about control. They've all betrayed Harry and choosing the monarchy over family, truly sad. Alright, next tweet. This is a TikTok video. I think it's making reference to William and Kate. Okay, so this guy, I like to listen his reasoning. Anyone wants to see a good old-fashioned ass whooping? Okay, if you know, Bravio, a repaste below. Alright, let's see here.
Making fashion critiques, not while looking like expired yogurt and sunglasses. I'm supposed to care what you think about elegance? Be serious. Kate's got elegance? Sure, if elegance means dressing up like a department store mannequin who wandered into a funeral. The bar is so low for this woman. You're all out here mistaking vacuous stare in a coat dress as regal. And Meghan? Meghan is effortless. She's tailored. She's styled like she actually knows what a mood board is. You call her a Hollywood washout? Sweetheart, Meghan was working. She was building a brand, living in her own house, paying her own bills, with a career and passport before she ever married Harry. Meanwhile, Kate spent a decade cosplaying a duchess in waiting. Waiting for a ring like it was the Hunger Games. No shape, no legs. First of all, body shaming Meghan while looking like you were assembled by IKEA is wild. The only thing your coat hanger wears better is dust. You look like you peeled yourself out of a clearance bin. Just to come for a woman you couldn't imitate even on your best day. And let's not rewrite history. Kate wasn't born into aristocracy. She wasn't raised in a palace. She's not some duchess by blood. She was born middle class. Worked for her parents' party supply business. And climbed her way to royalty by perfecting the art of quiet compliance. So spare me the polished since birth myth. If anything, Meghan and Kate are two women who both married into royalty. Only difference is, one never had to shrink herself to be palatable. You keep calling Meghan a commoner, but guess what? She's still the standard. And you've got a public account and still manage to look like a deleted scene from a low-budget documentary on regrets. Loud and wrong. You're out here posting with confidence, critiquing Meghan like you don't look like the back of a drawer no one opens. Go iron your sweatshirt, and while you're at it, maybe iron out the internalized misogyny too.
Oh my God.
I'ma just scoot on over and let you whack him. Get him again. Get him for me.
God, that was brutal. Alright, is this guy on X? I like him. I beg to second that. Historically speaking, black folks are copied and discarded, but not this time. Copycat is just that. Alright, let's see this one. Whatever is here, and then I'll go into the retweet. Let me pause that GIF. That was a good one. I understand royalists disappointed because the mattress is dumb. How is that Meghan's problem? William should have chosen better. No one forced him to marry a woman that's stupid. Alright, my son liked to say that you should never insult a gay man. They too quick with the hilarious insult. Bro is on X. Done reading that. What is it? Karen, I guess. Alright, let's go into that. Alright, we listened to it already. This guy is brilliant. He says what all normal people think, and he doesn't eloquently. Okay, he does it, I think. He does it eloquently, with humor, and with precision. That's an ad. Alright, let's leave that alone. Next tweet. Israel Beckham. Let me pause and see if I have to switch some stuff around here. Let me read these and then go to the next tweet. Cosplaying a duchess and waiting for that ring like the Hunger Games. Talking about Meghan's figure while you are assembled like IKEA. No one is getting spared. He's tired, laughing my ass off. Assembled by IKEA. Meet the author of How to Clear a Bitch. Okay, I need a lesson. I beg to second that. Copycat is mediocrity. Okay, now that's how you read them batches. That's the way she spelled it. Slam dunk and wrapped up all in one read. Just gotta love this man. This is outstanding. Love your comment. The burn. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. I did. Okay. Copy. Let me make sure. 72. Okay, a couple times I skip some stuff, and when I'm editing it pisses me off. Next tweet. Okay, they both became kings. That's is it the Netherlands, and that's Spain. Princess Diana. Is that William and Philip? She would have been such a wonderful queen. He graduated from Georgetown when I was there. His roommate there was his cousin Prince Pavlov of Greece. Philip was very nice and continued on MSF board of advisor. So young, and they won't treat a woman not like a princess. Okay, and she's a queen in our hearts forever, and she became queen of our hearts. Love this pic. Okay, and she definitely a queen. That's nice. So young. The Philip Spain look very handsome here. Let's go to the next one. This has to do, I see Beckham. I think they made a reference to Beckham here. Oh, okay. So I don't normally talk about this kind of things, but because of Beckham, who's been waiting forever to get his knighthood, which he has, I don't know if I shared it with you. It's probably gonna take me a while to find it because it's been what, couple days since he received his. But anyway, let's focus on this. King Philip gave Rafael Nadal a Nobel title, Marquess of Levant de Mallorca. I don't know if I pronounce it correctly. Wow, that's him here. There was something else. I was seeing some videos of him with his son. Who was there? Nadal. Oh my God, let me see if I could. I couldn't remember their name, so I had to Google it. I said, who did Nadal's son met recently? At Rafael Nadal's tribute ceremony at Roland Garros during the French Open in May 2025, his son Rafael Nadal Jr., he's a junior, very interesting, met several famous tennis legends, including Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic, Andy Murray, Carlos Alcaraz. All right, let's look at the image. This is the one. I saw the video. I won't even do the video because I won't be able to play it properly. This one, that they are here. He was shaking their hands. So here's Rafael Nadal Jr. That's nice. But anyway, let's get back to this before I waste so much time. So I guess he just received whatever the king gave him. But for some reason, why did I think he was a different nationality? I didn't know he was Spanish. Alright, now let's ask Google that. I mean, sometimes I don't know where my brain is. I shouldn't know. Rafael, it's more like a Spanish kind of name. I don't know why I didn't think of that. So he was born in Spain. Well, 1986. But that's all. I just wanted to see where he's from. Okay, so King Felipe gave Rafael Nadal a Nobel title, Marquess of Levant de Mallorca. Okay, Mallorca. I don't know if I pronounce it correctly. From now on, you will address him properly as the most illustrious Lord Marquess Levant de Mallorca. Is that? And he didn't even have a gravel and a simp for the better part of a decade to receive it. Others can't relate. Alright, so these are the squad making reference to the other one. Very true, Rafa was always respectful of the Spanish royals, but he really only showed for them whenever they explicitly invited him to dinner and events. Alright, so I don't know how these, the things done with these royal, so I have nothing to say. The man did Spain a favor by winning Grand Slams, unlike a certain country and some renowned soccer player that had to perform like a monkey to get his title. Rafa definitely deserved it. Okay, King Philip will never drop an important award he's presenting to someone. The squad were throwing shades. The nobleman will not be tasked to do more than have dinner here and there. He'll be fine. There's the clap here. Great tennis player and an ambassador for the sport. What an honor and so well deserved. This is great. Congratulations, Rafa. These were the one that was getting me. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. This royal rat. This guy, I think karma keeps coming back to him. There's the laugh here. Eamonn and GB News triumph was not met with such a great reception at the venue. However, as a chorus of boos rang out as the Northern Irishman accepted the accolade, one angry attendee even heckled Eamonn while he gave his acceptance speech. Alright, let's see here. The real reason Eamonn Holmes' girlfriend Katie Alexander, 43, was absent from the Trick Award after presenter 65 was booed during his acceptance speech. Oh, there he is here in his rolling chair. Yeah, that was him also who fell off his chair during a live recording. Okay, haha, brilliant. Don't ya just love a good story? It can't have happened to a better person. My thought exactly. Only when the tide goes out do your Do you discover who's being swam naked? Let me read it again. Only when the tide goes out do you discover who's been swimming naked. These haters have huge messy lives covered up by hating on Meghan Markle. Well said. That's an ad. Drake getting awarded. Indeed, great to hear, boo. And that what he deserved. Thank you to all the people that booed that waste man. State of mind, a truly vile individual. Next tweet. The last 3 might be on the next video, so stay tuned for the next video. I'm gonna cut this. Let's add it here. Okay, he forgot his place. There's the laugh here. The man who called on Harry to return to the UK with the children and leave Meghan alone is here looking for sympathy. I thought I deleted it. There it is here. Okay, today I'm speaking out for the first time since leaving GB News. Thank you to everyone who is supporting my legal action against the so-called home of free speech. Is he suing somebody? Who is home of free speech? Okay, the country, GB News, maybe, I don't know. Look at what others on that channel have said and how they've been treated. Then look at what I said and how I was treated. The difference is like night and day. You forget about your skin, huh? If you claim to stand for freedom of speech, fairness, and equal treatment, you should. I'm laughing because it's like the quiet part. Okay, you should have known. If you claim to stand for freedom of speech, fairness, and equal treatment, you should be held to your word. GB News must be held accountable. So that's another retweet here. Good Law Project, former GB News host Albi Amenkona alleges he was racially discriminated against and unfairly dismissed after saying he believed Suella Braverman was a racist and a thoroughly bigoted woman. Help to stop racism at GB News. I don't know what to say. I don't watch these things all the time. If the squad don't put it out, I will not know. But he should have known. And also, he should know from right and wrong. Just because somebody else said it, that doesn't mean it was right to repeat it. I don't know what to say about this. I hope he wins. Okay, but the common sense of things, just because someone says something derogatory and nobody did anything or do a punishment, but do your ethic, your core values, do you believe that? And as a black man, why would you go and say, I don't know, I really don't know what to say. It's not just the UK, the US is even worse. I used to talk about the UK before, but now the same nonsense is in the US too. It's even worse. But anyway, let's get back to this. Let's listen to him. Whoop.
I'm a former GB News host who was sacked for calling someone I believe to be racist a racist. I started at GB News because it was edgy, it was all about free speech, it was about doing things differently. But the more and more I started working there, I felt like I was confronted with just the most awful opinions, things that were undeniably racist, homophobic, just downright bigoted. And then when I called Suella Braverman racist and a thoroughly bigoted woman, I was dropped.
I believe she is actually racist and a thoroughly bigoted woman.
There are former colleagues of mine who are white, like Carol Malone, who have said similar things, like calling Diane Abbott a bigot.
She is a bigot. She is what a bigot looks like.
And they still remain at the channel with no sort of reprimand whatsoever. I'm taking the fight to GB News through an employment tribunal. They need to be held to account for the way that they treat their employees. They need to be held to account for the way that they treat their black on-air members of staff differently to their white on-air members of staff. And they need to be held to account for the way that they report the news.
Good luck with that. Your common sense should have told you, don't join that. Don't join on the bandwagon. Okay, she's a person of color. She can be racist. I don't make the rule. I just follow them. Go back to India. Is he from India? All right. You think everything is racist? That's the laugh here. Maybe you're just not a very good TV presenter. That's an ad. Let's go back. There's that. Align with the Good Law Project. There's that. Yes, get well soon, Monty. I was said to hear you are unwell. Okay. Where's the part where the squad? This is the squad. What did they say here? He forgot his place. That's pretty much that. Comma's a bitch, whoever forgets. Okay, hilarious, comma, one by one, always the same, house niggling, never change. Alright, if you know, you know. Can you imagine the audacity of this idiot? I don't know. Good luck to him. God just help us. Our society is very confused. Next one, there's this here. Media troll Kenzie having hissy fits over not being able to leave hate comments on the IG page of Meghan Sussex. Post from this person here on TikTok. This random chick, this is going off on Duchess Meghan's because her IG comments likes are off, stopping her from leaving hate comments. 1 minute and 43 seconds. God help us. That's all I could say.
It's even as simple as like turning the comments off and the likes off on her Instagram account. So people can't say, oh, look at all the negative comments that were left for Meghan underneath the twerking video. With Netflix, she's in a safe place because Netflix don't give us the analytics of those videos. So we have no clue how many people are watching with Love Meghan.
Okay, first of all, babe, it's Netflix doesn't give us the analytics, not Netflix don't give us the analytics, you illiterate. Sorry, I'm going to keep it respectful here.
I know I said some of these when I'm editing. Like, she don't. It should be, she doesn't. I mean, example. But couple time I make a lot of those grammatical errors when I'm editing. But let's continue.
Keep it respectful. So unfortunately, this chick's video came across my desk and I watched excerpts from it. She's interviewing this gentleman named Scott Rouse, who I guess is a body language expert. Like, what world are we living in where you are literally having a body language expert come onto your YouTube show and analyze the Duchess of Sussex's body language in various podcasts? Do what you want with your own time. Truly, I don't judge. I don't judge. With the actual evidence to back this assessment I'm going to make about this chick, based on her socials and YouTube channel, her entire personality is ripping this woman down to shreds.
That's sad.
Just like my entire personality is uplifting her. And talking about Bridgerton, and talking about him just like that, and Wicked, and musicals. You get the gist. The mere fact that Illiterate appears losing sleep over the fact that she cannot see Duchess Meghan's like count and or comments is just, it's beyond me. It is so, like, go touch grass. You know who else's social media you can't comment? Taylor Swift. You can like it, but you can't comment. Selena has limited comments. Rihanna has limited comments. Julia Roberts has limited comments. But no, it's only the Duchess of Sussex that Illiterate up here is concerned with. But then again, why should I be surprised when these are the kind of girlies she spends her time with?
It's sad. It's sad. They get upset because they can't spread their hate. Does Kenzie Schofield do anything else but write, talks, and dreams about Meghan? It seems that Meghan is her whole life as well as her entire livelihood. If if she was ever forbidden from mentioning Meghan, her whole life will collapse. Okay, so there's that. This woman's useless life is all about Meghan Sussex. This white trash troll wants to abuse, bully Meghan and peace without no pushback. But I have something to say to, let's see here, Kenzie Schofield. Not on my watch. Did I black her? Okay, I don't know. She can, of course, make the hate comment anytime she likes on her own social media. Okay, yeah, because she wants other people to see it. People like me will not be going on her thing to read her nonsense. Yet Kenzie then, like people leaving hate comments about herself not so long ago. What a hypocrite these haters are, just so nasty. Without Meghan, where will Kenzie be? She needs to pile on hate to make a living because no one is interested in anything about herself. Okay, this is also the same overweight trashy hag who put her gigantic man face over Meghan's and a picture of her and Harry. So that tells you all you need to know. Why do you need them? Keep having no clue. That's why she did it. For trolls like you at Kenzie Schofield, no clue is good. Find something else for clickbait. Okay, she's just jealous. Alright, let's see here. Alright, while I was searching for something, I just typed the prayer. Prayer for understanding. So let's see here. General prayer for understanding. Okay, let's just look for an image. Let's do this one. Hopefully I could see it. It's too small, so forget that. Let's do this. Prayer for understanding. Dear Heavenly Father, I come before you with a heart open to your wisdom In time of confusion, doubt, and uncertainty, I seek your guidance and understanding. Please grant me clarity of mind and peace in my spirit as I navigate through life's challenges. Help me to understand not only the circumstances around me, but also the deeper truth you wish to reveal to me. Alright, so that is it. So please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Alright, so that's it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.